Woohoo! It's Friday morning, gents and ladies. It is episode 367, and today we are talking about be careful who you hang around with. Who you what? Who you hang about with. If you hang about with 9 people who sit on their backside eating KFC every night, guess what? You will become the 10th. If you hang around with 9 motivated go-getters who smash down their targets all the time, guess what? You'll become the 10th. If you hang around with 9 millionaires, guess what? Yes, you will become the 10th. It's so critically important who you hang around with. I've just done a book review about persuasion, as you know, and all the things around us persuade us to act and behave a certain way. You might not be aware of it. You definitely won't be aware of it. It's all these subconscious triggers that we have every single day. And I promise you that people you hang around with have the biggest impact and influence on your life. Love your family, but you have to choose your friends. You have to choose your friends wisely. Unhook it, and it sounds hard. Unhook yourself from the people who aren't on the same path as you. It sounds terrible. It sounds harsh. But I promise you, if people don't want the same out of life, yes, you can still spend time with them, but just monitor how much time you give them. Because I promise you, their wants and their dreams will seep into your wants and your dreams. They will dilute your wants and dreams. You have to be on the same path. You have to be on the same journey. And you have to be aware that every time you're spending time with people who aren't on the same journey, who aren't on the same path, who don't want the same success as you, then it is diluting your opportunity. It is diluting your impact, and it's diluting what you can achieve. Now, I'm not saying that you should only hang around with successful people, because like I keep saying, there's successful people in so many different ways. On the morning, I see this guy called Tom running, and I know I said to my wife, it's been snowy recently around where we are. And I said, I know for absolutely certain that Tom will not be one of these people who doesn't go out in the snow because it's snowy. I bumped into him on the Westwood with sledging. I said, how many miles have you done today, Tom? 7 miles. I'm like, holy shit, I did 1 and a bit. It was snowy and everything. And so I that motivates me. I look up to him so much because I get motivated by him telling me that he's run 7 miles. And I'm like, how the hell do you do that? It's impossible. The snow, it's ice, it's everywhere. But I knew that it wouldn't stop him. So that motivated me. There's all types of success. I get motivated by seeing and hanging around with decent parents or amazing human beings who do something for everybody, do something for somebody else every single day. That is success. You have to define your own success, but you have to make sure that how you define success is similar to the people you are spending most time with. Because if you don't, it will dilute your potential success. It will definitely dilute your results. I cannot be more strongly opinionated on this. Be careful who you spend time with. And just because they're an old friend from school, it doesn't mean it's a correct decision to still be spending time with them right now. So you have to audit your friendship. I keep saying it all the time. I've done podcasts about this before, but you have to keep trading up. And what do I mean by trading up? Trade up for people on the same path as you. It doesn't necessarily mean monetary. Success can mean all types of different things, but you have to be on the same path. If you want a better life and you want to achieve more, guess what? You are going to have to be around people who want to achieve more themselves in certain aspects. You can get motivated by any person around you as long as that person is capable of I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. It's a difficult one. I'm very, very cautious. Do you know what? I'm very, very cautious because I don't want people to think that I'm saying dump your loser friends, never be there for them, because it's not like that whatsoever. You've just got to audit how much time you spend with the people not on the same path as you. You have to be so careful in this because it's subconscious behavior, and that will seep into your lifestyle, and it'll change how you perceive certain things. It will change how you make decisions. So please just look and appreciate who you hang around with and who you spend most time with, because I promise if you look at the 5 people you spend the most time with, you will become the average of those 5 people. I promise you that. So if your 9 closest friends hang out, have KFC every single night, drink beers, guess what, my friend? You will be the 10th doing that because you believe that is sociably acceptable, what you see in your friend circle. If your friend circle is getting up at 5, going for a run, meditating, guess what? You are much more likely to be more motivated in the daytime. Just for speaking to Tom on that, I know I'm talking about Tom a lot because it's running, it's something that I enjoy doing. Could you be don't listen to this? But just seeing him and speaking to him, that motivated me so much because I'm like, holy shit, there is no excuses, Dean. There is no excuse to get out there. I don't care if it's snowing or whatever, how cold it is, there's no excuse. And that's why you've got to level up because people can, level up in your friendships, who you look up to, who you spend time with, because it can impact you on so many different levels and it can impact you in a negative or a positive manner. And I want to be impacted in a positive manner. Just hearing him say that words, I was like, oh man, I told my wife that he would still get out there. And there's a great book called about David Goggins. And he always says to me, what would Goggins do? Get his fucking ass out there and go for a run, wouldn't he? And so, yeah, it's snowy, so I only go for a mile run. What is that about? Don't be such an woolly. No, we do the normal 2.5 miles a day. Why would you do that? It might be harder, but that's great because you get better results. Anyway, I'm talking for talking's sake. So I would suggest audit the people you hang around with. If they are depressed people, then you will be depressed with them. If they are unmotivated, you will become unmotivated. But as soon as you start hanging around with positive people, with a motivated attitude, then you will become like them as well. So just be very, very careful who you hang around with, who you spend time with, because more and more I grow up, the more and more I realize that is so true. At school, I used to hang around with, I used to hang around with a whole group of different people, but you can see that your behavior changes. When you were at school, your behavior changed with the dependent on the different friends you hang around with. Why should it? It's because you change, your behavior changes to fit in with the crowd. And them subconscious decisions that you make are not always going to be the best. The decisions I would make with one crowd are not the same decisions I would make within another crowd. And when looking back on it now, I'm thinking, they were silly decisions. Why did you do that? But it's because you're in that herd mentality, you're in that crowd. So please be careful who you hang around with, my friends. Okay, tomorrow it's book review day. I love book review days, so make sure you check it out. See you soon.